Let me start by saying how lucky we are that His Majesty has graciously allowed us to host this event at Palace. The courage of Princess Anne was nothing short of inspiring. She earned the George Cross, but always insisted her contributions were part of a larger effort, made possible by countless dedicated teams working behind the scenes. There's something truly enchanting about trooping the thunder of hooves, the shine of metals, and the vibrant flags dancing in the June breeze create a spectacle that captures the heart of Britain and beyond. But at the 2025 King's Birthday Parade, something extraordinary unfolded, something that left royal watchers buzzing and crowds in awe. Princess Anne, showcasing her unmatched equestrian skill, stole the spotlight. Not only did she masterfully guide her lively horse, Noble, amid 300 musicians, but she also made a groundbreaking announcement. Princess of Wales was named Marshal of the Monarchs. Revealed during a moving pause in the Guards' ceremony, this wasn't just a ceremonial gesture. It was a defining moment for the monarchy's future, elevating its role and sparking whispers of tension behind palace walls. What happened on that sunlit day in London, and why is this being called the dawn of a new royal era? Let's dive into the story. Trust me, you'll want to hear every detail. Trooping Thee is no ordinary event. For over 260 years, it's celebrated the British sovereign's official birthday with stunning military precision and royal splendor. On June 14, 2025, London's Horse Guards Parade came alive with over 1,400 soldiers, 200 horses, and 400 musicians. Their scarlet tunics and bearskin caps painted a vivid scene against the summer sky. The Guards, marking their 375th anniversary, presented their kings, a regimental flag, to King Charles III in a moment of quiet pride. Crowds lined the mall, their cheers blending with the steady beat of drums as the royal family processed from Palace. But beneath the grandeur, something monumental was brewing. King Charles, at 76, chose a carriage procession alongside Queen, a shift driven by his ongoing cancer treatment. This marked a permanent change from his horseback riding days, last seen in 2023. Atop Noble, a black mare gifted by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Prince William, Princess Anne, and Prince Edward rode in their gleaming military uniforms. William, as Colonel of the Welsh Guards, rode Derby, a horse once gifted to Queen Elizabeth II, his bearskin cap adorned with the regiment's white and green plume. Princess Anne, in her blues and royals uniform, was a vision of authority, her medals catching the light as she deftly managed Noble's occasional restlessness. Edward, Duke of Edinburgh, completed the trio, his Scots Guards colonel evident in his steady salute. Then there was, radiant in a cream coat dress, stepping from her carriage with Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Her Irish Guards brooch sparkled, a nod to her role as their colonel. But no one could have anticipated the honor about to be bestowed upon her. If there's one royal who embodies resilience and skill, it's Princess Anne. At 74, she remains one of the monarchy's finest equestrians, a fact proven again at Trooping the 2025. As the parade reached its peak, Noble, challenged by the noise of 300 musicians and the roaring crowd, grew restless. But Anne, with a gentle tug of the reins and a steady hand, brought her horse to calm, her focus unshaken. Royal watchers were in awe. Here was a woman who didn't just ride, she commanded. It was the perfect setup for the moment that would steal the show. As the guards paused to present there, a hush fell over Horse Guards Parade. King Charles, seated in his carriage, led a moment of silence for the victims of the recent Air India plane crash, a tragedy that claimed 241 lives, including 53 Britons. Black armbands adorned the royals' uniforms, grounding the day's splendor in shared grief. Then, Princess Anne seized the moment. Rising in her stirrups, her voice clear and strong, she addressed the regiments and the nation watching live on BBC One. In the presence of His Majesty and the Household Division, she declared, I am honored to appoint Princess of Wales as Marshal of the Monarchs to represent the crown in ceremonial salutes to our regiments. The crowd erupted, their cheers echoing down the mall. Standing on the dais beside King Charles, her cream ensemble glowing in the sunlight, seemed momentarily stunned. Her children, watching from a nearby balcony, beamed with pride, Prince Louis flashing a gap-toothed grin. Anne dismounted with the grace of a seasoned rider and strode to side to formally acknowledge her new role. The gesture was simple but powerful, a public affirmation of strength, especially after her cancer remission, announced just 5 months earlier in January 2025. So, what is the Marshal of the Monarchs? This newly created title for 2025 is a brilliant blend of tradition and modernity. As Marshal, represents King Charles in ceremonial salutes to the household division's regiments, amplifying her role as Colonel of the Irish Guards. It's a position of immense symbolic weight, signaling trust in her ability to embody the monarchy's values on a global stage. Insiders say the title was Princess Anne's idea, a way to solidify her place in the slimmed-down monarchy envisioned by King Charles. Anne, known for her no-nonsense approach, saw in a leader who could bridge the monarchy's past and future. Her journey through cancer, her graceful return to public duties, and her quiet strength as a mother and royal made her the ideal choice. But the announcement wasn't without controversy. Sources reveal Queen was not consulted, leaving her visibly sidelined during the parade. As took center stage, her place in a secondary carriage felt like a subtle demotion, fueling whispers of tension within the royal family. The true test of her new role came during the parade's climax. As the guards marched past, they lowered in respect, stepped forward. Her salute, crisp and confident, was in poise. Her creamy coat dress flowed elegantly as she honored the regiments. The crowd roared, and even King Charles, his scarlet uniform adorned with a black armband, nodded in approval. Prince William, atop Derby, caught his wife's eye, a fleeting glance of pride and partnership. For royal watchers, it was a moment that captured her transformation from a princess under scrutiny to a leader commanding respect. The day's emotions peaked on the palace balcony, where the royal family gathered for the RAF, led by the Red Arrows in their 61st year. Now Marshal of the Monarchs stood at the center, her children flanking her. George, 11, Charlotte, 10, and Louis, 7, coordinated in nautical hues, echoed their mother's elegance. Charlotte, in particular, mirrored aquamarine tones, a subtle nod to their shared style. They, with its vibrant red, white, and blue trails, drew gasps from the crowd, but's poised wave held the world's attention. Her new title amplified her presence, a quiet reminder of the day's historic shift. Not every moment was harmonious. The decision to appoint without input was bold, reflecting Anne's trust in leadership. Who has navigated her role with careful diplomacy was reportedly her secondary position during the parade, highlighting her diminished influence. Insiders suggest Anne's choice was deliberate, signaling that the monarchy's future lies with the younger generation, William, and their children. Yet, its absence from the decision-making process has sparked speculation about fractures within the royal family, contrasting with the public's view of unity on the balcony. This journey adds depth to this story. Just 5 months after announcing her cancer remission, her appearance at Trooping Thee was a triumph of resilience. Her cream ensemble, paired with Queen Elizabeth II's pearl drop earrings, nodded to tradition, but her role as Marshal was a step into the future. Her subtle gestures, a reassuring touch on Charlotte's shoulder, a shared smile with William, showed a woman who has found her stride. Her children, with their coordinated outfits and confident waves, stole hearts. Louis' gap-toothed grin and Charlotte's poised demeanor, echoing her mother's, hinted at a monarchy already shaping its next generation. At the heart of this moment is the bond between Princess Anne and Anne, the monarchy's workhorse, has long mentored, guiding her through royal life. Their shared love of equestrianism, its own riding skills, though less publicized, are well known, has forged a deep connection. Anne's decision to name as Marshal was both strategic and personal. Anne sees a reflection of her own dedication, a woman balancing duty with authenticity. The formal acknowledgement during the parade, with Anne striding to side, moved deeply, her eyes glistening as she accepted the honor. Trooping the 2025 will be remembered as a turning point, a moment when the monarchy's future came into focus. This appointment as Marshal of the Monarchs is more than a title. It's a bold statement that the crown is evolving. Her poised salute, her central role on the balcony, and her quiet strength signaled a new era where resilience and shine. Once a young woman navigating royal scrutiny, has emerged as a leader shaping the monarchy's modern aspirations. Prince William, riding tall as Colonel of the Welsh Guards, remains the heir, but's elevation positions her as a co-architect of the monarchy's path forward. Their partnership, evident in their shared glances, is a cornerstone of this new era. Their children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, are the next chapter. Their confident waves and coordinated outfits show they're already learning the lessons of duty and grace. Charlotte's poise, mirroring her mother's, hints at a future where the Wales family will lead with unity. Princess Anne's role in this transformation is pivotal. Her equestrian skill, commanding presence, and strategic foresight shaped a day that will echo through royal history. By naming as Marshal, Anne honored a woman who has faced personal trials with grace and laid the groundwork for a leaner, more dynamic monarchy. The tensions with, though whispered, add drama, reminding us that even in a world of protocol, human dynamics drive change. As the red arrows, vibrant trails faded into the London sky, the crowds dispersed, but the buzz around trooping the 2025 was just beginning. This new role has sparked questions about her future and the monarchy's trajectory. What does this mean for her duties? How will it shape the House of Windsor? Royal experts predict expanded responsibilities, particularly in military and ceremonial engagements. As Colonel of the Irish Guards, she's already a familiar figure, but as Marshal, she's poised to lead salutes at major parades, from the King's birthday to the cenotaph. Her presence, a symbol of continuity as King Charles prioritizes his health, is just the beginning. His children are also emerging as key players. At 11, 10, and 7, George, Charlotte, and Louis captivated crowds with their nautical outfits and confident waves. Charlotte's elegance, echoing her mother's, hints at a future stabilizing force. George, the future king, is attending high-profile events, while Louis' charm endears the family to the public. And William are carefully preparing them for public life, balancing duty with a grounded upbringing. Questions also linger about Queen's role. Her sidelined position and exclusion from the decision have fueled speculation about her influence. Some wonder if this marks a shift toward the Wales family, with and William taking center stage. Yet, may adapt, focusing on her patronages and supporting Charles privately. Princess Anne's vision of a slimmed-down, modern monarchy is taking shape, with as its public face. Her resilience, underscored by her cancer remission, resonates globally, making her a relatable yet aspirational figure. The image of saluting the guards, her cream ensemble catching the sunlight, is now iconic. It captures her journey from a young woman navigating royal life to a leader shaping its future. Princess Anne's trust, the crowd's cheers, and William's proud glance tell a story of transformation, not just for, but for the monarchy itself. What was your favorite moment from trooping the 2025? Let us know, and stay tuned for more royal stories that reveal the heart behind the crown.